what I did for my spring break. So after the meeting 2 weeks ago, my family and I flew to Washington, D.C. Amid the visits to our national monuments and the Smithsonian, I set up meetings with the offices of Representative DelBene and Senator Murray to discuss Woodinville's desire to rail bank the East Rail Corridor. My first meeting was with Representative DelBene's Chief of Staff, Legislative Assistant, myself, and former Mayor James Evans. Since he was on council when the trestle conversation began in 2013, I felt that his perspective would add historical context to the 10 years long process that the city has undertaken. The final hurdle of the Surface Transportation Board is a huge step towards the trestle reconstruction and future East Rail Corridor. I reiterated Woodinville's gratitude for the guidance that Representative DelBene's office has provided, as well as for the COVID relief funding that was given to us during the depths of the pandemic lockdown. And because I never miss an opportunity to champion Woodinville, we discussed the myriad of fine wineries concentrated in our beautiful city. Next up was my meeting with Senator Murray's office. Because Woodinville has not, to my knowledge, engaged the senator in our rail banking efforts, I took a bit of time explaining the trestle East Rail connection and how impactful the STB's rail banking approval would be to our community. The senator's senior policy advisor on transportation offered, and within a day emailed, the attorney for STB to review Woodinville's submitted documents and to let STB know that this project for Woodinville is also important to the senator. To put a fine point on this development, Woodinville has the Senate Pro Tem, third in ascendancy to the president, supporting our rail banking request. If we have any additional materials to submit, now is the time, since the proverbial pump has been primed. It was my deep honor to advocate on Woodinville's behalf with our powerful all-female delegation, especially since March is officially Women's History Month. Having my soon-to-be 18-year-old son present for these meetings drove home the importance of civic engagement and that service to community and country can take many forms. It was a really wonderful trip. It was running the gamut of temperatures. One day it was 80, the next day it was 30 and snow. So if you think our weather here is crazy, try living in a swamp. And that's all I've got tonight. Thank you.
Councilmember Taylor.
I cannot top Councilmember Best-Campbell's trip to DC, so I will keep it at that. Thank you.
And thank you, Councilmember Best-Campbell.